sports betting goes live in Missouri today. College athletes say they're the ones paying the price. Regulators are racing to roll out safeguards as online abuse hits record levels.
KCTV5's Marlia Campbell reports on the fallout affecting student athletes who live, study, and play right here in our communities. And we'd like to caution you, this story includes mention of racist messages and suicide.
The threats started pouring in before Zeke Mayo even left the court. Kansas basketball's guard had just finished a rough game against Texas Tech. 5 points, 5 turnovers in the Jayhawks' loss. But when he checked his phone, his bad night became a nightmare. What did some of those messages say?
It was just a bunch of like racist stuff. People telling me, to kill myself. If they ever saw me out in public, they would do this or that. I went straight home and locked myself in a room for a very long time. I didn't want to speak to anybody. I turned my phone off. It was a very difficult day and a half.
Mayo's experience isn't uncommon.
We're seeing an increase in student athletes as well as other participants such as coaches and officials receiving harassment from individuals who may have a betting interest.
More than 1 in 3 Division I men's basketball players experienced betting-related abuse in the last year, according to a new NCAA study.
You start to realize, okay, these people could be, gamblers. They lost a lot of money.
The harassment often targets individual performance. That's because in many states, gamblers can bet on specific player actions called prop bets, like how many points someone scores or rebounds they grab.
That really puts a target on the back of student athletes to receive abuse and harassment from angry bettors.
Here's where Missouri's new law makes a difference. Prop bets are illegal for games involving Missouri schools. They are still allowed in Kansas, meaning players like Mayo remain vulnerable. Authorities are fighting back. The NCAA now uses artificial intelligence to spot online abuse and alert police. They've also partnered with Venmo because angry bettors literally send payment requests to athletes who don't meet their expectations.
It's my hope that any student athlete, if they are being threatened or they are being harassed or bullied, that they would bring that to someone's attention because there are law enforcement remedies, for those kinds of things.
Back on campus, athletic departments are also providing specialized mental health support. But many athletes still suffer in silence.
If I'm being honest, I didn't really reach out to anyone. I had a handful of, family members and a bunch of old coaches and some teammates reach out and just make sure I was okay. But I didn't go to anyone and say, I need help. I just kind of dealt with it on my own.
We know more and more states are legalizing sports betting, Missouri next in line. What would you like to see moving forward in terms of living in this new era?
Yeah, I think the biggest piece is just realizing, who's on the other side of a lot of these bets.
People like Zeke, a Lawrence, Kansas native who dreamed of wearing the crimson and blue. Now learning that living that dream comes with dangers he never imagined.
Just being a young kid who hasn't really experienced, life yet, not really something you can't just put your phone down and be okay.
Marlia Campbell, KCTV5 Sports.
As more states legalize sports betting, the impact on college athletes continues to grow. In January, the NCAA will release its next study on the impact of social media abuse on student athletes, and we'll share those results when they're released.